Yes, Eddie, did Manchester United deserve their win today against Chelsea? 2-0.
Yeah, we deserve it. I think Chelsea decided to, carry the ball. So we also have to develop a strategy, to win the game, to carry all the 3 points away from Stamford Bridge. That was what United did. They got the 3 points. The 3 points.
What was the turning point for Manchester United in the game?
Manchester United defended, but I think anytime they also got the ball, they were a threat. So it wasn't a surprise that they were able to get it. Chelsea
Talking
had
about talking about threat. Don't you think Chelsea was a bit more creative than Manchester United, hitting the bars twice and
exactly that was what I was about to say. That Chelsea had more of the ball possession, was attacking more, had more dangerous attacks, but they couldn't convert their chances. And though they had more of the ball, whenever Man United also had the ball, they were also a threat. Yeah, and they were able to convert one of their chances and to be able to hold the game up to the end.
so Eddie, last game we saw Manchester United lost to Leeds United by 2-1 margin. What tactical decision did Carrick did to transform United to a win in Stamford Bridge today?
All right, so I think the changes he made was the defense, because in today's game, if you see our back four, it was just look I think look Shaw, and Dalot and also heavy, so in the middle, then how do you call it? And Mazwari, so this were our back four. You didn't see those big names that we were expecting. So and they hold the defense very, very well. But then the midfield and I think the up front were the old faces we've been seeing. So the guys did very well in the defense. Chelsea had their fair play. They had their fair chance. They were, I think, much more on the ball with the possession aspects. But United did very well. Carrick made a good decision. Yeah, the guys were able to hold Chelsea down to the end of the final minutes.
The end of the final minute. Nana Kwame, clearly Rosino have not win in any of a big game since joining Chelsea. Do you think he's up to the task? Looking at what is absolutely happening in big games and also among him and players.
Actually, I remember clearly I was really enthusiastic about this coach that I felt he could make, great changes in this team. But it's been a disappointment. The effort he's made has not been converted on the pitch into, goals. And it's hard to say. I don't know what the future is looking like moving forward with this coach.
We don't know what it's really. Do you think the coach is under pressure?
Definitely under pressure. Because when you come and you are having the big games and you're not making any progress, then you can't fight for the top four, or you can't be in the top, among the top dog. If you are not able to win games like this or dominate, then what is your essence? That is where the pressure comes a lot.
That's where the pressure comes a lot. Eddie, with this win for Manchester United, do you think they could still, because I remember some few weeks ago you were saying you were going to fight for the title. Do you think you're still the title contender?
Now I think we know there is no chance for United to win the trophy. Just 5 games to go. There is still gap, but I'm definitely sure Manchester United will get a spot in the top four. We are going to play Champions League football next season.
Dana Kwame, do you think Chelsea current team or with the coach right now, do you think they are overrated?
Good question. I don't think they are overrated. I think they are rated equally. I don't see anybody seeing this team as a master, or an elite team or something like that. It's an average team at the moment with, a bit of outstanding players. But Chelsea has nothing special that we can say, this team is a threat or is unstoppable, is unbeatable. Chelsea can be beaten at any point in the day in the league. So in terms of their rating, they are not overrated. Yeah.
They are not overrated. And Eddie, what do you think is going to happen to Manchester United qualifying Champions League? And also, how excited are you? And what do you think? Should United maintain Carrick or they should go for another coach?
Going for another coach will be a good decision. But we've seen the performance of Carrick, and all caretakers try to do good, but if they are appointed, with the entrusted with the main job, now then that's where they are exposed with their loopholes. So it's good for him to say goodbye to the club. At any time he's been needed, I think he can just come and do his caretaking job. I think that's one thing that would be a good legacy for him in the club. Yeah, but to be the main manager, yeah, there is going to be a lot of question marks on that. I personally, as a United fan, I don't want him to be the manager. Yeah, I don't want him to be the.
I don't want him to be a manager. Nana Kwame, clearly you made mention of Chelsea dominance in the play and also United getting away with the 3 points. Between Liam Rosino and Michael Carrick, who outclassed the other today's game?
I think today's game was more of, I would say luck. Because if Chelsea were to be, more lucky, had the favor from, the football gods, they could have backed some goals and, probably come back in this game. But, it wasn't their day, unfortunately. So tactically, both coaches were up on got their game right. It was just left for the balls to fall into the net. It just happened that Manchester United had that opportunity or got the opportunity for the ball to be in the net. But Chelsea was not lucky today.
Yeah, clearly, Eddie, we saw Bruno Fernandes making another assist today, a classic one with Matheus Kunya absolutely scoring that goal for Manchester United. This is his 10th assist in Premier League this season. I don't think any player have absolutely done that. United in a shoe without Bruno Fernandes. And what will this goal absolutely enhance the performance of Matheus Kunya?
Getting the goal in Stamford Bridge in a big moment like this, it always feels good. It boosts the performance and then the morals of the player. So Kunya getting the goal, I can't remember when he was given the number 10 jersey. You were questioning how will they give a player from Wolves the number 10 jersey. You were still reading some
No, I was
questions.
saying, sir, he doesn't worth wearing United number 10 jersey, and I still stand by that.
That is why he scored the special goal against you in Stamford Bridge. So now you will understand why he was even assigned the number 10 jersey. Yeah, it's good. It's going to help the guys. Yeah, and then I always hope that they will keep on with the side performance. That's that.
So how about United without Bruno Fernandes?
Bruno Fernandes is a goal to Manchester United. Without Bruno Fernandes, there is no Manchester United. That's it. That's the fact. He's the backbone. Yeah, that's the fact. Because 18 assists, my brother. Who does that? Yeah, the guy is too good. If he's not scoring, he's assisting. He's always giving his best for the club. He has written his name in the books of Manchester United. Even if he says goodbye today, he will still be a legend of the club. Yeah, that's that.
Nana Kwame, do you think Chelsea will qualify for Champions League based on this performance or current performance of the club with this coach Liam Rosino?
Yeah, unfortunately. That's why I said I'm really, disappointed with, the results or the efforts that this coach brought into the team. But it will be really hard. To be really hard. And, with these few games left, it will be difficult to turn the table and, find themselves in Champions League spot. That will be very difficult.
Who was your man of the match?
My man of the match, I think I will give it to our goalkeeper. Yeah, Ramen. Yeah, he was exceptional. In the goal post. He made some good saves. Chelsea had their fair, as I said, they have their fair share. With Enzo. And also how do you call it? The lamp. They all had some chances with the balls. Too tall in the goal post, so I'll give him the man of the match. Yeah.
Is the man of the match for sure. Chelsea fail to utilize their opportunities and they are going to be paid dearly on that. Talking about Chelsea still not able to utilize their chances. And now Kwame, Tottenham. Do you think they'll be relegated this season based on the performance? Even with Giuseppe coming in, they just got 1 point out of 2 games.
It's really sad with Tottenham, and I fear, to be honest with you, with the game, looking at the remaining games they have the lights off. I checked their games today, and they still have a couple of tough games in these remaining games. So it's not really looking good for them. As of now, I see relegation. I just see red flags for Tottenham. For them to come out of that situation, it will need a miracle. And that would be sad for our player like Mohamed Kudus to go back to have injury, leave the team and come back and find himself in championship. That would be really, really a big blow for Mohamed Kudus, because Mohamed Kudus is not a Champions League championship, caliber player.
It's not a Champions League caliber of a player for sure. Eddie, rate their performance today from 1 to 10 based on what happened, because they scored first goal and then Brighton absolutely equalized. They scored the second goal and just minutes of extra time, and then they also equalized the second goal again, and it ended Tottenham 2, Brighton 2. So rate on their performance today.
Yeah, rating their performance. Tottenham, they've not been lucky this season, and they are in the relegation zone, as my brother said. Rating their performance, I think they just below average. Yeah, just 5 and 6.
Below average. And do you think they can go out of the relegation zone?
It's going to be tough because their next game, I think they will play against Wolves. They still have Aston Villa to play. Aston Villa, who's also trying to fight for the champion, the top four. They have Chelsea to play. Chelsea also try to fight for the top four. So these two games is going to be tough for them. I know definitely they are going to lose this game. They still have Leeds to play and also Everton to play. So to do that, so it's going to be a bit difficult for them to come out of the relegation zone. But who knows? Still 5 games. Yeah, 3 by 5 is 15 points if they're able to win all their 3 games, which I'm not sure that they'll be able to do that. So we are going to find out in the the last minute. On the last day, all games are played spontaneously. So things will keep on doing like this. Things will keep on doing like this. Until the final minute.
Until the final whistle for sure. Nana Kwame, there was other games like Brentford versus Fulham ended 0-0. Leeds United won 3 goals to 0 against Wolves. And also Newcastle United lost at home to Bournemouth by 1 goal to 2. With Tottenham drawing 2-2 with Brighton, and also Chelsea lost at home by 1 goal to 0 against Manchester United. Impress you most today?
I would say Bournemouth because since losing a star like Antoine Semenyo, they've really adapted really well, really adjusted to their play and the absence of, though initially at the initial stages his absence really affected them because he was a really integral part of the team. He was really influential in terms of getting the ball into the net, scoring winning goals, losing him was a big blow for them. But after a couple of games, I think they've really adjusted very well. And coming up against Newcastle at home at a World-style stadium like Newcastle's home, and getting the win, that was really impressive.
That was really impressive. And Copa del Rey final is still going on as it stands right now with Atletico Madrid and Real Sociedad. Still 2-2. They are playing extra time. Based on what you've seen, Eddie, who do you think will probably lift the Copa del Rey this time round?
I don't really know. But ATM have the chance. Atletico Madrid have the chance of winning Copa del Rey this time. Yeah, they have the chance.
Who do you think will probably?
If it gets to the penalties, then it's a 50-50 game. Everybody can take it, but if within the extra time, Atletico puts the effort, they can get through. But if it gets to penalties, it's anybody's win. Also, say that can take it. And now I'll tip already. We also said that to take it when it gets.
We also said that to take it when it gets to penalties. And guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for your time. And hey, we're going to see you in the next video. Tomorrow we have the game coming on your way. That is Premier League Titanic clash, Super Sunday clash between Arsenal and also Manchester City in Etihad Sports Stadium. Or is it in Emirates? I think it's in Etihad Sports Stadium. Yeah. So, Eddie, your predictions. Let me know whether you are really true Manchester United fan or
Manchester City is going to win the game.
what margin?
By what margin? It's going to be a 1 goal deficit. So it's either 2-1 or a 3-2.
Now, your predictions on that game as Manchester City versus Arsenal.
That's a really, really tough game. I mean, it's more like, a Real Madrid Atletico game where it doesn't matter the form of the team. Though Arsenal is looking, floppy, Arsenal is looking like they are losing control. I think they can come out with a draw in this game.
They can come out with a draw in this game. Guys, let us know your predictions and also your opinions on Manchester United, Chelsea, and Stamford Bridge this time. Do you think Liam Rosino is the right man for the job? Or, hey, I don't know. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video.